Good afternoon, everybody. We are here live from the Impossible Dream down here in Newport, Rhode Island with Harry Horgan. I'm not in Miami with him. He is down here with me. Harry, tell everybody about all of the changes that the Impossible Dream has gone through this season.
Well, the Impossible Dream has had a complete makeover. As you can see, her hull is nice and bright. The new sail is put away right now, but it's a new north sail. What you can't see is down below, we repaired both of the center boards to make them more functional. We've replaced a lot of hardware and have a fantastic crew that has taken this boat this season from Miami as far north as Portland, and now we're here at Casey in Newport, Rhode Island.
How long has the Impossible Dream been around? And we have a whole new crew this year, so tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. We have, and here's Mark. He's the first mate. Say hi, Mark.
Hi, guys.
We have, and Captain Jim is up there on the sail and getting it constantly working. These guys are amazing. We've had some really rough weather, very challenging Ida Lewis Yacht Club race that we were in, and now they're putting all the pieces back together.
Mark, what has it been like your first couple of months on the Impossible Dream?
Oh man, it feels like I've lived 6 years in 2 months. It's been great. I've learned so much, and it kind of like enhances all the skills that I knew I had, and it's just enhancing all of them. You know, it's a lot of work, but it's very, very rewarding. You know, anywhere from cooking dinner to sailing underway to docking to accompanying guests that have never been on a sailboat before. Really makes your heart bigger.
What can you say that your favorite part is?
My favorite parts are tours. 100%. Seeing somebody who, you know, thought they could never be on the water again and experiencing it can take your breath away. It's really it's a truly beautiful moment.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hopefully the captain will be able to come down for a few minutes and talk to us.
He is also an amazing cook.
Thank you.
He's able to make delicious dinners out of all the leftovers and allow it to last longer than it should.
That is awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit more of what's going on with the Impossible Dream. We hit a snag down here in Newport. Tell everybody a little bit about what happened.
Well, on our way south from Portland, we blew an engine. All of a sudden, all these alarms were going off. The Impossible Dream for 9 years have been going up and down the coast. We've probably put over 30,000 hours on the engines. And they're Volvo Pentas, top of the line engines. And we also lost our generator at the same time. So we're virtually limping back to Newport under heavy conditions. And so along the way, we call friends of Volvo Penta, who have been one of the original sponsors since we started, and said, help. And they got right on it. And right now, as many know, through supply chain issues and other issues, it's tough to find equipment.
Yeah.
But they were able to find an engine, and then we have DePaul Diesel here in Newport that was able to come down, assess the situation, and now they're going to be servicing the engine. And then we also had Kohler generator show up and make it a priority. So for me, coming to Newport is coming home, because this is where I was raised. But the amount of support that we receive from Volvo, DePaul Diesel, and Kohler, along with Billy Casey, who hosts us for the past 9 years and a real innovator in finding solutions to challenging problems. Together, this team is just helping push us forward.
Well, I don't know how anybody couldn't want to help and support the Impossible Dream, because its mission at its core is so amazing. They take people with disability out on the ocean for 2-hour sail tours free of charge. So, you know, you guys do so much for so many that it makes sense that so many people want to help you when it's time. And just a side note, if you want to make a donation, just click the link to Impossible Dream and you can make a donation to keep us going, because this engine, the generator, you know, putting up the crew, because they're going to have to take the boat out of the water for a couple of days, being lagged behind for a few days, is all going to cost money. So we're going to need to recoup that. Tell everybody a little bit about, you know, what that entails.
Well, our founder and chairperson, Deborah Mellon, has really been stoic with all of this, because we got the bills. And it's about over $30,000 for the new engine and to replace it. Another $7,000 for the generator. Billy puts us up here at Casey's Marina, so that's thousands of dollars too that are waived. And this wouldn't be possible if everyone stepped up. And just like you were saying, why wouldn't they? So that's why the Impossible Dream exists, because we have a team of people that have made this happen. It's to say you're going to travel up and down the coast and take out 1,000 people each summer. And people say, "Oh, you can't do that. It's too risky.
Right.
People are going to get hurt." Well, with the right attitude and the right team, anything's possible. Jim, our new captain, he's been incredible on just leading the boat and identifying what we need to keep this going. So we really feel fortunate that we have.
I mean, just here in Newport, we had, I think it was like 8 sails where we had over 100 people that we were going to take out right here in Newport. Unfortunately, due to the engine, it's not safe, so we had to cancel those. But we're going to try to see if we can get some on at the tail end of this. We'll try to make it up to people, but there's always next year. It's just so inspiring to do what you do. And how do people across from Miami to Maine, how do they accept it? Like, what are some of the major groups that you take out each year?
Well, our original mission on the Impossible Dream Summer Tour was to travel up the coast and get people with disabilities out on the water and share the healing qualities of the water with them. And it seems to be universal. There's a lot of people with disabilities and their families that say, "Oh, I can't go out in the water. I'm handicapped." All the reasons, all the negatives why they can't. They get on board the boat, and now that feeling of being on the water and the wind in your face and the boat motion in the water, makes you calm, makes you more relaxed. And whether it's a 9-year-old boy that gets behind the wheel and drives a 60-foot catamaran, to George H.W. Bush and his wife Barbara, who he had on board.
Yeah,
and
I shared that picture a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully we can have Jim step down here for a minute. New captain while Harry finishes his story.
And so we were able to take out President Bush and thank him for signing the ADA into law. At the time, it was 25 years ago. Now it's like 33 years ago. So it was a time when he was still strong, and he hadn't been out on the boat. And he immediately said, "Yes, I want to do this." And his Secret Service and he's driving the boat at this point. And Secret Service is saying, "Mr. President, we got to head back to land," and he kept driving the boat. And then, of course, we got back and had lunch. And for us to be able to share that with the person that made the ADA possible was a true joy for us.
It's amazing. You guys do amazing things. And this is our new captain this year. This is Jim.
Hi.
Jim, say hi to our general public. Tell them what it's like been taking over the reins of the Impossible Dream this year.
Yeah, it's been a dream come true. It's the type of work that I've always wanted to do, and been an amazing number of incredible people, and worked with some outstanding crew, some new friends, and running into some old friends as well. And it's a beautiful boat to sail. It's been a dream.
And tell everybody about the guest crew that you guys have that come aboard every now and then.
Yes, these are oftentimes sailors that have been with us before on previous trips and join us for different legs of the journey. And they all have a sailing background and some experience on the boat. And they cycle in. They're part of our watches. They're part of our crew. They get past their disabilities. And, the boat allows them to steer, to trim, to do all the things necessary to operate, and it's a fantastic opportunity for them, and gives us a chance to get to know them better, and they've all been amazing.
That's great. Thank you so much. We're so glad to have you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. And also, before you go, Jim, we were in the Ida Lewis distance race and talk about a challenge. We had the one engine to get out there, and then a beautiful start. It was delayed 2 hours.
Just a gorgeous beat down the bay. It was really nice.
And then
And
we lost our Genoa, and it got dark, and we're now, this is a 129-mile race that we're in, and about halfway through, a squall hits us with 45-mile-an-hour winds, and Ida Lewis, the woman who started Ida Lewis, famous lighthouse keeper, she appeared and said, "Boys, time to head back." And Jim was saying the same thing. So,
I listened to her very closely that evening.
so that was quite the experience. Between Jim and Billy Casey, we made it back here at the dock. We also had Herb McCormick, a famous journalist who sailed with us on a number of races, including Key West to Cuba. We had a great team, and there's another example. When you have a good team, you can handle the greatest of challenges that Mother Nature throws at you, and we all came back safe and sound. So
Yeah, that was the important part.
Thank you. We'll take good care of this one.
Thanks.
Thank you. Any last things that you would like to say and let everybody know about?
Well, we're halfway through the journey. We'll be from here, and I want to thank all the people in Newport that have supported us and made it happen. The guys at DePaul Diesel, the guys at Volvo Penta, Billy Casey and his team, Pola, but really Tina, what you've done to reach out with such a community organizer, and probably the thing that we are most sad about or disappointed, that we're leaving over 100 people on the dock and can't take them out. So we're going to make it up to everyone. The crew wants to do that. We're trying to, if the schedule allows, provide a couple outings for people, for groups, and to all the people that have believed in us, supported us, from more sales to the Shake Leg folks in Miami and all along the coast, from Spalding Rehab, Kessler, Kennedy Krieger. I personally have learned a lot. This has inspired me to come up with some projects that Tina and I are working on here in Rhode Island. So we'll make it up to all you Rhode Islanders that didn't get out. But
You know what? We Rhode Islanders were resilient. We understand, and we still support. Every one of them was not upset. Well, they were upset that they're not going to get the sale, but they understood, and they're willing and waiting for the next opportunity. And what you do is so incredible, bringing so many people out that nobody can be upset about that. So again, I ask you, if you can, please make a donation to the Impossible Dream and keep them going. Keep them making the dream alive for so many people, because I'll tell you, this is my favorite week of the year. Now that I've been going back and forth to Miami, I can spread that out over the year now. But this is my favorite week of the year, being here in Newport, bringing so many people out just to get them out on the water. With the ocean state, we should have more access to the water. And if me and Harry have our way, that is exactly what's going to happen. So you need to stay tuned, because we'll fill you in the more we get closer to our next project together. But thank you so much, Harry, for sharing the dream again.
Thank you, too.
And we will be in touch soon.
Okay, super.
I turned my wheelchair off, so you're all gonna have to wait a second.